Hi, I'm Guglielmo.
And I am Valentina.
And we are in East London. Here on this street there is on display an incredible collection of contemporary art. It's called street art, and it's a collection that changes on a daily basis.
Come with us, we're going to take you through a quick journey in the streets of London. Start Yard, a small car park just off Brick Lane. It is one of the spots with the highest number and concentration of street art and graffiti. And if you don't know where to start, you should start from here. It is Sunday morning and just in a few hours this place is going to be crowded with people.
This one here is Mr. Cenz. He was a former graffiti writer in the 90s. This one here is Dreph. He paints portraits of the Afro community. Similarly, this one is Carleen De Sozer. Although she started painting canvas and t-shirts, she now is very popular on the streets. And this one here is another former graffiti artist, Fanakapan. He paints these kind of 3D balloons, which are his signature. If you came here a few weeks ago, almost all of these walls were totally different. Street art evolves constantly, and works are replaced even on a daily basis.
The whole concept of graffiti is not about the past, but it is not about the future either. It's actually about the present, what is happening now. Because ultimately, tomorrow, that one could be gone.
Actually, this one here is brand new. I came here 2 days ago, and he wasn't here. It's done by Grimshaw, and he paints the faces of tribal people and people that are endangered. And as we walk on Brick Lane, we can see that a lot of artistic effort is spent on Donald Trump. The Donald is the subject of many artistic pieces nowadays, like this one. And politics is present in a lot of street arts. Everybody, in example, knows Banksy. I accidentally got interested in street art back in 2008 when we were visiting Israel and found a few murals of Banksy on the Israeli-Palestinian war. Nowadays it's difficult to see Banksy here in London because obviously his murals has been either removed or sold at auctions. But a few remains, and one can still be seen today here at Cargo, which is a famous dancing club. And while we are here, there is another interesting story, which is about this guy here, whose name is Thierry Noir.
Thierry Noir, one of the legendary street artists. He was one of the first who painted on the Berlin walls, and that was a symbol of freedom. And then popped by London and decided to make new artworks.
An artist that is very popular here is Otto Schade. Born in Chile and grew up as an architect, he's famous for painting these yellow orbs, like this one. His message is pretty much anti-war, and he has a sarcasm that is very similar to the one of Banksy. And here is another one of Donald Trump, this time in good company of Vladimir Putin actually. The artist here is a guy called Subdude. Other artists focus less on politics and more on representing the local people. Despite that, they could have a very strong and powerful social message.
There are lots of portraits around, and this one, for example, is a portrait of Charlie Burns made by Ben Slow. And Charlie was local, and he was a well-respected member of the community.
Other beautiful portraits are painted by C215, a French artist which is very known for his stencils. He usually portraits the faces of the underdogs, the elderly, and those individuals who has been left out from society. Look how cute this one here is.
This is Stik, and as you can see, you don't really need to be necessarily super skilled to actually create a fantastic graffiti. This is actually one of the cutest ones. beautiful portrait by Antcarver.
So you may associate street art with spray cans, but this is not always the case. Street artists deploy a number of techniques: hand-free spray can, stencils, paste tubs, and even 3D objects, like this one. Have you noticed? Other 3D objects are these one here, done by the Italian artist duo Urbansolid. And here you can find another city of Bronzo, although I think it's pretty old.
In the next chapter, we're going to talk about the difference between street art and graffiti.
And we will visit a wall that was a theater of an epic battle between two very famous artists.
So if you want to see the next episode, just subscribe below. And if you have any question, please don't be shy, ask.
And we will reply to all of you.